Good morning, students. In my first video, I had explained to you the poem The Cold Within by James Patrick Kinney, stanza-wise. Today, we shall have the comprehensive study done of this poem. Also, I will give you the detailed explanation of the poem. So, I just wanted to give this detailed explanation in order to see how well you are able to interpret this poem, and also for the detailed comprehensive message that the poet wants to convey through this poem. So here the themes of this poem are cold, fire, death and futility of exultation. Take the first stanza, the second line, in bleak and bitter cold. Bleak and bitter, when we have two consonants in the same line, that time that figure of speech is known as alliteration. So mark it here as alliteration. Now the adjective bleak and bitter are used to emphasize the coldness that was outside. It also conveys a sense of urgency that was required to ensure that by putting the stick of fire they could have survived themselves and would also have helped others to survive the bleak and bitter cold. These two adjectives, bleak and bitter cold, also symbolize the extreme situation in life when one should reach out to help and survive, and that is what does not actually happen in the poem, and eventually everyone meets the tragic end. It also reflects about the human prejudice. It reflects what one should not do when one is in deep trouble. So this is about the two words, that is bleak and bitter cold. Now when we come to the first stanza, we see that they are dying fire in need of logs. A piece of wood, everyone had a piece of wood with them, but then the first character that is the white woman, who is an American or who is symbolic of all the Americans during those times, she discriminates the next person or the next character on the basis of his color, because he is dark in color. So discrimination between the black and white people. Then with the theme, the important theme in this poem is revenge, hatred and selfishness. Please note down each and every point. Hatred. Why? Because each character hates the other one. Therefore, they are not able to save the lives of others as well as their own life. So, in order to save the lives of others, they had the resource with them, they had a stick of wood with them, but they did not use it. They died with holding it in their hands. The second one is revenge. Now, like the black man, he wants to take revenge from the white woman who is symbolic of the white people in America, and therefore when he gets an opportunity, he does not keep his stick in the fire, but he is dying to take revenge. Therefore when he gets an opportunity, he takes the revenge from the white woman. Then the third theme, that is discrimination. Discrimination, because here we see everyone wants to discriminate the other due to some or the other selfish reasons. The fourth theme, that is selfishness. Selfishness, because the driving force is much more in each one of them. What is the driving force of not helping others or to harm others, not realizing that eventually they themselves will lose their lives. It is quite possible that the poet chose to write this poem because of the controversial situation of America during those days, because during those days they had the American Civil War. Then we have the main theme here is about the cold and fire, which eventually leads to the death. Cold. Now this word cold, the simple meaning of cold is the bleak and bitter cold, or the unpleasant cold that was outside, with which everyone was suffering. But the symbolic or the literal meaning of the word cold means these human beings, they hold no warmth, for others, no feelings for others, or they were cold-hearted and therefore they did not give their piece of wood to the fire to keep it burning. Fire, the simple meaning of fire is that the fire required a stick of wood to keep it alive or to keep it burning. But then the symbolic or the literal meaning of the word fire is the dying humanity, or the humanity which is getting extinguished in the hearts of human beings. Also, it is a silent appeal. The word dying fire is a silent appeal to the group of people to help it keep burning and to help others to survive. Now we recap the poem. The first character that we meet here is the white woman. Now the white woman is symbolic of all the white Americans in Africa, and therefore she is not ready to help one person who was black in color, and therefore she doesn't she doesn't put the log of wood into the fire to help it continue burning. The second person is the person from the church, and he does not want to help the other person because among those people he found one person who did not belong to his religious group or to his church. Now, let me make it very clear, no religion teaches us to hate others or not to help others, but due to his prejudice, due to his biased attitude, he, in the name of the church or in the name of religion, does not want to help the other person. Then the third character is the poor man. This poor man is the victim of classism or discrimination based on social class or on the economic class. He calls the rich man as idle rich because according to him, the rich man does not deserve his kindness and therefore he does not supply his wood to keep the fire burning. Now this rich man is the victim of apathy. My dear children, please pause the video and note down each and every sentence that I tell you, because that will help you to write the answer and it would prove that you really understood the poem in a proper way. You write it in points, and so that it will do a favor to the examiner as well and as the person who is going to evaluate your paper. The rich man is the victim of apathy because he does not know that all the wealth that he has in store, all the money that he has collected is not going to save him in this grim situation, in this serious situation. The only thing that could save him was the stick of wood, not the wealth that he had in store. Also, he is the victim of classism because he thinks that the poor people are lazy and aimless or shiftless. The next character is the black man. This black man is the victim of revenge. At the end, due to his hatred and due to his resentment, he disagrees to help the group of people because the white lady or the American woman was not ready to help him, and therefore when he gets a chance to take his revenge, he takes the revenge, and due to this they all perish. They are not far-sighted, they are very short-sighted, and then and there they want to take their revenge from each other. The sixth character that we have in the poem is a person who is of the attitude that he will help the person who has helped him in return. Now, since nobody was ready to help him, so he also does not want to keep the log of fire to keep it burning. Here death is personified as here the dying hands, because death has been personified as a living object. We'll come to that later on. Now at the end what happens is that they all died due to lack of warmth and selfishness. They all meet the tragic end. Therefore, we should not discriminate people on the basis of caste, color, wealth, religion, because that will only lead to death. And here everyone was intolerant towards the other. So the moral or the message that the poem wants to convey is that we need to keep the fire of love and warmth burning in our hearts in order to help the humanity, and we should welcome everyone with open arms and be helpful to the entire humanity in a way or other. Now I've already told you, again we take the poem bleak and bitter cold. Bleak and bitter, these are these figure of speeches alliteration. Now when we come to the next figure of speech that is here, we have is forlorn group. That is the second last stanza. Here we have the first line, it's written that forlorn group. That figure of speech is oxymoron. Oxymoron is a figure of speech when we have two opposite words written together. Forlorn means alone. Here everyone was alone although they were in a group. Why? Because they were very self-centered. They were thinking only about their betterment and were trying their level best to harm the other. So therefore forlorn, that means alone, and group, a group of people. So although they were in a group, they were alone, as their attitude was of being self-centered. So that is an oxymoron. Now we come to the next stanza. So the next stanza, the first line. Their logs held tight in death's still hand. Death's still hand. This is a personification because death has been personified as a living object. Was the proof of human sin. Now how can we call it a human sin? Because again important line, was the proof of human sin. That was an evidence of the human sin. Why human sin? Because all the 6 people die clutching their logs of wood in their hands, holding it tightly. They meet their end due to their prejudices. They meet their end because they had the feeling of revenge and because of the insensitive behavior or nature and due to the discrimination that they had for one another. They are all insensible people who do not think that due to compassion we can bring welfare to others. It is a proof of human sin because even when their cooperation was required, when the help was required that could help them to survive, they preferred to die. They preferred to die, keeping alive the feeling of hatred and differences instead of keeping the fire alive. Then the last 2 lines, again very important lines. They did not die from the cold without, they died from the cold within. It gives a very beautiful message. These 2 lines are an irony because it gives us a very clear message. We should rise ourselves above these petty differences, racial bias, apathy, religious intolerance, etc. If we keep on following these narrow feelings, that is going to prove to be destructive for others as well as self-destructive, and so we need not to be revengeful and intolerant to. It has a very beautiful message that there is need for every one of us to accept everyone with open hearts and with open arms, and to accept everyone with warmth so that life becomes easy for every one of us and we build up a better tomorrow. Because if we if we persist on discriminating people on the basis of religion, caste, gender, etc., we are all lost. We will not get a chance to rise and shine again. So that's all for today's poem. Prepare it very well, and in my next video I'll be covering the first chapter of English language.